Alright guys, just got back from Lake Sam Rayburn in Texas. Ended up having a great start of the year. You know, we finished 13th. Super happy, you know, starting out the year with a strong finish. The first tournament of every season, you know, is always key to get the points going in the right direction. And we definitely got that, definitely made that happen out there, you know. Day one, you know, it was a super tough day for me. I started out thinking I was going to catch some pretty good fish. I had one really good day of practice and didn't even go anywhere near my areas the rest of practice, so I was really stoked to get back over there, and turned out it got super tough on me, and I only had like 2 or 3 fish all day that I did not catch how I thought I was going to catch. And then in the last 30 minutes of the day, I caught a 4-pounder and a 3-pounder, and we're going to link in that 4-pounder fish catch here for you.
That's a big one. Oh, barely hooked. Oh. Yes! Yes, sir! Saved my day right there. Picture that one. There's a big one. Got a hook.
But I caught them with about 30 minutes left to go in the day, and it was totally saved my day. I ended up having about 12.5 pounds on day one. Not a great day. I was in like around the low 40s, so still was in check range. Happy with the day. And then on day two, where I had a good bite the first day, I went back, and it just was a magical day. I mean, I caught so many fish. Me and a good friend of mine that I travel with, Miles Howell, we were sitting side by side pretty much just catching fish after fish. We probably caught 60 or 70 fish off of this one spot. I ended up having almost 19 pounds, and he had just over 20, so it was a great day for both of us. We made the day 3 cut. A little bit tougher day for me on day 3. The fish, I mean, we totally deflated the school on that one place, and just kind of scrambled around. You know, it was a different day. It was slick, calm most of the day. Wind picked up a little bit in the afternoon, but it was just a tough day for me. I ended up having like 11.5 pounds, barely missing the top 10 cut by like, I think I was a pound out. Really wish I could have made that final day, but like I said, a 13th place finish I'm never going to complain about. I just want to go over a couple baits that was key to me at Rayburn this past week. My key bait was a rattle trap, just a half ounce rattle trap. Just winding it in the shallow grass, you know, 3 to 6 or 7 footish. Just ripping it out of that grass. I'm throwing it on the 7.3 Abu Garcia Fantasista with a 6.6 to 1 STX, Revo STX. This rod is stiff enough to it's got enough backbone that you can snatch this rattle trap out of the grass good, and it's still got enough tip to where you can let that fish load up on it. This is just an all-around great rod. This is probably my favorite rod that Abu Garcia makes, just because you have so many things you can throw on it. You can throw a chatterbait, rattle trap, spinnerbait, topwater. I mean, if you're looking at having just one rod on the deck that you can throw a lot of different baits on. This is definitely the one for you. The only thing is it's a little too light for a worm, but any casting baits is unbelievable. Another bait that was key for me this week, whenever we were on that school, you know, I was throwing that loud rattle trap, just banging it around in the grass, and we were catching a bunch of fish. Well, those fish kind of started getting accustomed to that bait coming through there, so I was like, well, I'm going to go to a little bit more subtle bait, and I picked up a 1/2 ounce Nichols with a 4-inch Zoom swimmer on it. It was just crawling it through the grass, and that really caught about I think it was a 5-6. So one of my biggest fish on day 2 came on the Nichols 1/2 ounce swim jig with the 4-inch Zoom swimmer, and it just paddles so pretty coming through the water. I mean, it looks just like a shiner coming through the water, and those fish out in Texas just love gold, anything gold. It's the Zoom swimmer is just the IU color is the best one that I can find to match it. And rod wise, again, the Fantasista, I was throwing this time the 7.3 heavy. Last time it was the medium heavy, this time it's the heavy. And this one is another great all-purpose rod. You can throw a worm on it, you can throw a swim jig, you can flip heavy cover with it. It's just another all-around great rod. I love having rods that I can change on the fly. So like if I wanted to take this off and put a Texas rig on here, I could, instead of having to get out another rod. And with this, I had it paired with the 6-6-1 STX as well, so it's kind of the medium retrieve, so I can keep it down there in that grass and entice those big fish to bite. Last but not least, the Zoom Magnum Lizard and Green Pumpkin. Green Pumpkin's a good color anywhere you go. And this was a last resort for me. Whenever they totally quit biting, I switched to this and got that, 5 or 6 more bites out of it, and ended up catching a few of my fish on day 3 on this bait just by slowing down with no wind. They were not eating reaction baits and moving baits, so this is what I caught most of my fish on day 3. And this also is the 7.3 heavy. So like I said, great Texas rig rod, super sensitive, and I paired this one with the 7.3 STX. 7.3-1 Revo STX, and just a flawless setup right here. All of my equipment just was flawless this past week, and great start to the year. We're really looking forward to the next event on the Harris chain. Come close to winning there time or two before, so fingers crossed that we'll have another good second tournament coming up here in a couple weeks.